What's up, everyone? It is the start of Game of Thrones Season 7 weekend, or at least that's what I'm excited about.
Dracarys.
Anyway, Kurt, Dan, and Robert and I were reviewing Excel 2016 formulas, and some of them were cool and some of them needed improvement, so I thought I would just throw out a couple options of some reports that for formulas that might be useful. So one of the formulas was TextJoin, and this can be useful, but the Excel version, it didn't exclude duplicates, which we kind of agreed wasn't cool. So I wrote one out that does. I just gave it this name here, and it's got a couple options, but you want a cell range here. So first of all, I'll just leave it like that and see what comes back. So what that does is it just lists off all the cells, kind of like a big concatenation list. In fact, there's a function called concat that does this now, so you don't have to put in a bunch of ampersands. But there's some additional options we can throw in there. First of all, text separator. This has a good use for dimension override, so I'm going to put a comma in there. And this is obviously BPC specific, so if you wanted to include just OLAP members in it, you type in true. I'll leave that blank for now to just see what we have here. So right now you can see it returned all cells that were not blank in this list here. Now, it is by default not going to include duplicates. See how I've got DD typed in there twice. It only appears once though, or it's twice over here, but only appears once in my formula. I can change that with a couple options. Include duplicates, just change that to true. I don't know why you'd want to do, but then you'll see the DD appear. Another option would be to trim at beginning of end. So in that case, we had commas at both the beginning and the end. Now we don't. I'll take that out. And then another option, a couple other options I threw in here was if you want to make OLAP members only. So if I put that to true, it will only include the members that have the OLAP member formula within it, and it also converts them to their full technical ID, just because why not? So that's the advantage of that. That also overrides the include blank, since no OLAP formula will include a blank. You can include duplicates or not. Typically you wouldn't, and you can trim if you wanted to at the end. So that's one function. I can share that with you if you need it. Another one was the if statement. Let me pull that one up. I got a better example here. If statement. So here's an example of how that could be useful. It's basically a bunch of ifs true. So you type in ifs, and then you have to have a parameter that will either yield a true or false. So in this case, does A3 equal D3? And the answer is no, but it is, one of my other parameters was, is this a number? So in that case, it returned the value, which was E6. So it's kind of like, say, a way of saving a long embedded if statement. Another way it could be done would be using VLOOKUP without it. But again, this gets kind of complex, and we all kind of agreed that this is kind of cool, where you put one parameter in, and then you just add what it is if true. If not, it carries on to the next one. So you can see here I put in, California, and it returns something, Texas, and again, there's another function called switch, which we talked about, but that's more matching true or false, or matching, whereas this can give you some ranges. Like if I type in any number here, it will say you typed a number because I've got a statement here saying number or not. If I type another one here is saying if I contain something with the letters SD. So it says you typed anything with the letters SD. It stays the same. So that's the if statement. Again, that's available in 2016. I can share this custom formula with you if you want. It does the same thing. One of the formulas built while I was messing around here that might be useful is a parent lister for BPC. Oh yeah, show parents. So show BPC parents. So in this case, let's say we wanted to see the parent of 2016 Q3. Put that in, and it lists off just the single parent member. Again, there's a couple options in there. Do you want a text number? So you can put a text separator of space in there too. If there's more than one hierarchy, you could specify which hierarchy number. So if you want to put in 2, you could show the parent and parent H2. And you can include, and here's an example of a longer one. So it'll say, oh, I signed out. Oops, hold on. No, I didn't sign off. I typed it wrong. There's a one in there. There we go. So here is, again, an example of if you wanted to list off all the parents going up the tree from CO 1000. So it rolls up to US to CO C1000 to whatever this is, some other CO, and finally total company. That's kind of neat for if you want to filter on something in a report. You can include this function there. So if you want to just see all base level members in a report using a filter that fall under CO underscore CO90. That's about it. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. Any questions on these, let me know. I'll happy to send them over. If you got any other cool formula ideas, let me know.